What's up, PBS patrons? This is a follow-up to my PBS Kids VHS and DVD collection that I uploaded last week, but today we're going to focus on the DVDs of my favorite PBS Kids shows that I have right now. So I have DVDs of all my favorite PBS Kids shows, minus the 2009 remake of The Electric Company, which turned out to be a Redbox exclusive. So first up is Dragon Tales Say Hola to Enrique, released on DVD in 2006. For those who don't remember, Enrique is a Colombian child who was a friend of Max and Emmy's and wrote on Zack and Wheezy. Zack and Wheezy were my favorite Dragon Tales characters, FYI, and its concept is making a new friend feel welcome. Teach your children positive lessons about emotions and behavior through the fun and friendly characters of Dragon Tales. In Say Hola to Enrique, children will learn how to positively interact with new friends and welcome them into their already established group of playmates. The episodes consist of To Fly with a New Friend Part 1, To Fly with a New Friend Part 2, Feliz Cumpleaños Enrique, Super Snow Day, and All Together Now. You can watch the episodes in both English and Spanish, your choice, and you can see the Sesame Workshop logo on the back because, for all we know, Dragon Tales, Sesame Street, and Electric Company were produced by Sesame Workshop, and you can see Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, and it's cool that Dragon Tales is one of the few PBS Kids shows distributed by a movie logo company. Next up, we have Zoboomafoo, 6 full episodes from the hit PBS series released on DVD in 2008. It's extremely rare. Zoboomafoo VHSs and DVDs are extremely rare, and this was the only DVD released in the USA. Zoboomafoo is the first wildlife series created especially for preschoolers. A lively mix of animation, guessing games, and songs create an energetic learning environment that will engage both parent and child alike. 6 episodes, 30 minutes each. The episodes consist of Fling, Slimy Buddies, Fast and Slow, Giants, Bears, and I Spy. Fling, monkey business abounds when a white-fronted capuchin monkey who loves to play catch comes to Animal Junction. Slimy Buddies, Chris, Martin, and Zabu can't get enough of slimy creatures including frogs, salamanders, and earthworms. Fast and Slow, when a cheetah visits Animal Junction, Chris, Martin, and Zabu try to join the cheetah coalition. Giants, when 3 capybaras arrive for a visit, Zabu's amazed to find out that these water creatures are giant rodents. The gang discovers the world is full of giants, great and small. Bears, Chris, Martin, and Zabu care for a black bear cub and help an adult bear prepare for its long winter's naps. I Spy. The gang talks about seeing and being seen when a pair of black jaguar cubs comes for a visit. Yep, Zoboomafoo stuff is extremely rare these days. Next up, we have Adventures from the Book of Virtues, Adventures in Honesty, released on DVD in 2008. I do want the 1997 VHS though. But you know why? I don't order VHSs through eBay because I don't want them to get damaged, so I'll just wait for it to turn up at a thrift store. The episodes consist of Honesty, Respect, and Humility. In Honesty, when Zach Nichols breaks one of his father's cameras, he concocts a story to escape blame. The stories told were The Frog Prince, George Washington and the Cherry Tree, and the Indian Cinderella. Respect, when Zach and Annie are rude to a friendly junkyard man who is helping them build a go-kart. They must learn the meaning of respect. Stories told in Respect are Please, Diamonds and Toads, and the Bella Tree, although Please was not listed on the back cover. Humility, when Annie wins the class presidency, the power goes to her head, prompting Plato to tell the classic story of imperial arrogance, the emperor's new clothes. Stories told in Humility consist of The Emperor's New Clothes, and Phaeton. I know most of you guys don't recognize Adventures from the Book of Virtues, but it is part of my favorites given its morality theme. Finally, we have George Shrink's Coat Shrinks, although the namesake episode isn't included, and that was a goof with a lot of the George Shrinks DVDs, but I'm still keeping it anyway. And yes, Coat Shrinks is my favorite George Shrinks episode, but it's not included for some goofy reason. The episodes instead consist of Toy George, Dog City Miss Daisy, and Down on the Bayou. Toy George. George's work on his school production of Pinocchio is interrupted by the arrival of Skylar, his little cousin once removed. George ducks Skylar's attempts to get him to play with her until she tries to, quote-unquote, play with George as if he were a living toy. Finally, George has his cake and eats it too as he uses Pinocchio rehearsal to simultaneously entertain Junior and their cousin. Dog City Miss Daisy. George is in charge of planning a super surprise party for Becky, and everybody has a job to do. Becky's mom shows up with Becky's present, a puppy named Daisy, and asks George if he can watch the puppy until the party. George says no problem, but chaos ensues as George tries to take care of the rambunctious puppy and finish the party preparations in time. Down on the Bayou, it's the annual Shrinks family camping trip, and this year it is extra special because Dad gives George his father's compass. So just because these George Shrinks DVDs say they're titles of a certain episode doesn't mean the episode is included, which I find weird, but I'm still a George Shrinks fan nonetheless. And that's currently all the DVDs of my favorite PBS kid shows I have. I do want the VHSs someday, but I'm going to wait on that. But that's it for this video.